Most manifestation teachings point you in one direction, forward. They tell you to visualize what you want, feel the emotions of having it, and work toward making it real. But what if I told you that quantum manifestation works in the exact opposite way? It doesn't ask you to create from a place of longing or lack. Instead, it invites you to create from the end result itself, like you're already there, already living it. This reversal, this backward approach, is what makes all the difference between manifesting with struggle and manifesting with effortless flow. You've probably heard the traditional advice countless times. Picture your goals clearly. Imagine every single detail. Feel as though it's already yours, right now in this moment. Mentors, books, seminars, and personal development programs have repeated this message over and over. Maybe you've spent hours sitting quietly, visualizing your dream life, the career that lights you up, the relationship that feels like home, the financial freedom that lets you breathe easier, or the vibrant health that fills you with energy. You've probably practiced affirmations, closed your eyes, and tried your best to generate positive feelings inside yourself. And yet, despite all that effort, something still feels off. Your dreams seem to hover just beyond your reach, like they're always one step ahead of you, no matter how fast you run. So, what's really going on here? Here's the truth that most traditional manifestation practices don't address. When you see your desires as things that belong to the future, you unconsciously highlight the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. Let that land for a second. Every single time you try to feel wealthy, loved, or successful while secretly believing those things are still ahead of you, you're actually sending mixed signals into the quantum field. You're unintentionally affirming the fact that you don't have it yet. And because the quantum realm acts like a perfect mirror, reflecting back your most dominant energetic state with incredible precision, what do you get in return? More waiting, more distance, more frustration. It's a loop that keeps you stuck. This is exactly where quantum manifestation changes everything. Instead of asking you to believe something will happen eventually, it invites you to step into the outcome right now, in this present moment. It shifts your entire identity from someone who's seeking to someone who already is. You start thinking, feeling, and operating from the result itself, not from the space of trying to reach it. And that shift, that subtle but powerful difference, is everything. You're not projecting a vision of the future anymore. You're anchoring yourself in the completed experience as if it's already unfolding in your life right now. Quantum manifestation doesn't follow a straight line. It starts at the destination and moves backward. To help you understand this better, imagine watching a movie but starting from the final scene. You see the resolution, the triumph, the clarity of how everything turns out. Knowing the ending changes the way you experience every moment that comes before it. You're not wondering if things will work out. You already hold the certainty of the outcome deep in your bones. Quantum manifestation works exactly like this. When you root yourself in the end state, your internal frequency completely transforms. Tension dissolves, doubt disappears. Why? Because the question of whether it will happen is gone. You're embodying the version of yourself who already lives in that reality. You're no longer hoping. You're being. This isn't just philosophical theory or spiritual fluff. Quantum physics actually supports this approach. Experiments like the double-slit test and research on time-related causality show us that past, present, and future aren't separate, linear events. They coexist as simultaneous potentials, all happening at once. They exist as layers of possibility, and it's your awareness, your vibrational state, that determines which reality becomes your lived experience. The moment you decide to fully inhabit your future self, you eliminate all the competing possibilities and pull your desired timeline directly into your now. The quantum field doesn't respond to what you wish you could be. It responds to who you're being in this very moment. Here's another way to think about it. Desire implies separation, while outcome reflects presence. Desire says, it's not here yet. Outcome says, it's already mine. When you're stuck in desire, you're constantly striving, hoping, and reaching. When you're grounded in outcome, you're receiving with gratitude and appreciation. From the perspective of quantum physics, the universe doesn't grant wishes based on how much you want something. It responds to what you embody, And the most powerful way to embody anything is to live from it now, without waiting for confirmation from the outside world to tell you it's real. So, how do you actually apply this in your everyday life? The key is to stop viewing your dream from a distance and instead become the version of you who's already living it. Rather than asking yourself, what would it feel like to have what I want? Ask yourself, if this were already real, what would I naturally think? What choices would feel aligned and effortless? How would my energy show up in the world? The instant you shift into this mindset, your internal chemistry starts to change. Your nervous system calms down. The way you perceive things begins to shift. Your emotional energy stabilizes. And most importantly, the signal you're sending to the quantum field transforms completely. You're no longer broadcasting lack or longing. You're sending out the frequency of coherence, alignment, and wholeness. You're not striving anymore. You're resonating. And here's the beautiful paradox that so many people miss. The moment you release your attachment to the desire, when you no longer need it to show up because you're already living in the feeling of having it, it arrives faster. When you're no longer anxious about the timing because you're so deeply anchored in the emotional truth of already being there, manifestation accelerates with surprising ease. The quantum field doesn't require effort, it requires alignment. The secret isn't about how intensely you desire something. It's about how fully you've moved out of needing it, because you're already living in the emotional and energetic reality of having it. This is the real power of quantum manifestation, and it's why so many people misunderstand it completely. It flips everything we've been taught about how to achieve success or reach our goals. But once you truly experience it, once you embody it in your own life, you realize how simple and transformative it actually is. It's not complicated. It's clear, refined, and deeply impactful in ways that traditional manifestation could never be. Stay close, because in just a moment, you'll discover exactly how to enter that reverse flow where manifestation begins with the end result and moves backward. Once you experience this way of creating, you won't want to go back to the old way of doing things ever again. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to manifest with incredible ease? It's like they attract miracles without even trying, while others spend years going to every workshop, reading every book, trying every visualization technique out there, yet they see little to no real progress. It's not about fate. It's not because they're more enlightened, more spiritual, or somehow special. And it's definitely not because they're doing more work or putting in more effort. Here's the counterintuitive truth that changes everything. They've learned to do less, but with way more alignment. They've discovered a subtle but absolutely crucial shift in how they relate to their dreams and intentions. When you use typical manifestation techniques, you're often encouraged to say things like, I want wealth, I want love, I want success. On the surface, that sounds totally reasonable, right? But here's what's actually happening beneath those words. Every single time you repeat, I want, you're unknowingly reinforcing a state where your desire is absent. You're sending a clear message to the quantum field that says, it's not here yet, I don't have it. You're not signaling fulfillment, you're amplifying lack. And that's the trap most people fall into without even realizing it. Here's the incredible paradox that quantum manifestation reveals. The universe doesn't respond to your desires, it responds to your state of being. If your prevailing emotional energy is rooted in wanting, then the quantum field reflects that exact vibration back to you with perfect precision. It tunes into your frequency like a radio station. So, if you're consistently radiating the feeling of wanting, the field mirrors it by placing you in more experiences where you continue to want, where the fulfillment of your goals remains just slightly out of reach, always one step away. It's like chasing a shadow that moves every time you get close. Now, let's flip the entire script. Imagine fully shifting your attention away from what's missing and instead focusing on what already exists within the quantum realm. Because here's the scientifically grounded truth that changes the game. Every version of your reality, every dream, outcome, and possibility you can imagine is already encoded within the quantum field as potential. You're not constructing it from nothing. You're not building something that doesn't exist. You're aligning with something that already is, something that's already there waiting for you to tune into it. Think of it like this, and this analogy really helps. The quantum field is like a vast cosmic library, infinite in size. Every possible version of your life is already written, already complete, and sitting on the shelf. You don't have to draft the story from scratch. You don't have to invent the plot or figure out every detail. You simply select the book that matches your ideal life, open it, and immerse yourself in the experience, believing it, feeling it, and living it right now in this present moment. This seemingly small shift in perception is actually the line between years of exhausting trial and error and instantaneous alignment with what you truly want. In the comments, drop one word that captures the energy you're stepping into today. Maybe it's alignment, maybe it's ease, maybe it's power, maybe it's something uniquely yours, something that speaks to your soul. Let that word be a small but profound declaration, a signal you're sending not just in this space but into the quantum field itself. Your word matters because you matter. The moment you begin manifesting backward, by embodying the end result as already present in your life, you shift into an entirely new vibrational reality. You're no longer emitting the frequency of I lack. You're transmitting I have. I am. And in return, the quantum field responds in kind, reflecting back that sense of fulfillment, that sense of completion. This isn't fantasy. It's not a hopeful mindset trick or positive thinking exercise. It's quantum mechanics in action, backed by real physics, real science. What you hold in your energetic field becomes your lived experience. It's that simple and that profound at the same time. Here's the essence of what I'm saying. Manifestation isn't about convincing the universe to give you something or working tirelessly to earn what you want through blood, sweat, and tears. It's about understanding that reality is fluid, receptive, and simply waiting for you to align with the version you choose. People who manifest with ease understand this at a deep level. They don't pursue outcomes like they're hunting something down. They embody them. They step into the identity of the self who already has the result, who already lives in that reality. And in doing so, they cause the wave of quantum potential to collapse into a solid physical experience. This is why those who manifest effortlessly always seem so calm, so grounded, so certain. They're not hustling, they're not pushing or forcing anything, because they know something powerful. Trying to force something implies doubt, and doubt creates resistance in the quantum field. Resistance, in turn, slows manifestation down or blocks it entirely. True quantum creators don't try to manipulate outcomes or control every detail. They synchronize with the version of themselves for whom the result is already inevitable. And from that frequency, from that vibrational state, the universe reshapes itself around their certainty. Let this truth land deeply inside you. Your power to manifest doesn't stem from your willpower, your discipline, or how vividly you can visualize your dreams in your mind. It all comes down to your internal resonance with the end result. It depends entirely on your ability to stop affirming lack and instead stabilize yourself in the frequency of fulfillment, of already having, of already being. Because once you truly embody the outcome, once your emotional state fully mirrors your chosen reality, the universe is compelled to reflect it back to you. It has no choice. That's how the quantum field works. This insight has the potential to transform your life entirely, to shift everything you thought you knew about manifestation. It means you can finally stop chasing your goals from a space of anxiety, pressure, or neediness. It means you can let go of the constant push to prove your worth or force results into existence through sheer will. Instead, you begin selecting your desired outcomes, anchoring your inner alignment, and witnessing miracles unfold with ease. And while this awareness is deeply powerful, it's truly just the starting point. Because what comes next is an even deeper dive into how to reshape your identity, your entire energetic state, so that manifesting becomes as natural and effortless as taking a breath. You'll understand why who you're being matters far more than what you're doing. Ready for that next leap? Let's continue. But before we move forward, I want to invite you into something real. If you've been feeling like something's finally making sense, if a part of you is realizing your own power in a way you haven't before, tap like if you just had an aha moment. Because like attracts like, and I want you to subscribe and stay with this space. Grow with us. This isn't just a channel, this is a frequency. If you felt a nudge or a shift while watching, you're already tuned in. We're not just watching content here, we're practicing new ways of being. We're not just absorbing information. We're creating possibilities. We're not just learning, we're remembering. I'm truly glad you're here. Let's keep growing and shifting together. Let's pause and explore the deeper science behind why reverse manifestation isn't just a mystical or spiritual concept. It's grounded in quantum mechanics, in the actual laws that govern our universe. This isn't hopeful philosophy or wishful thinking. It's rooted in the very fabric of how reality works. At the quantum level, all outcomes already coexist as simultaneous possibilities. Every potential version of your life, from the most mundane to the most miraculous, already exists within the quantum field as probability. You're not creating your future from thin air. You're not making something appear out of nothing. You're aligning yourself with the version of reality you wish to experience. And this one realization, this one shift in understanding, can radically transform your entire approach to life. You don't need to hustle or strain to bring something into form. Your main task becomes far simpler and far more refined. Attune your internal state to match the frequency of your desired reality, and then allow it to naturally materialize in your life. Here's the key difference that most people miss. Conventional manifestation techniques ask you to build your dreams step by step, like constructing a house from the ground up. You visualize, you plan, you set goals, and you work hard to achieve them. While there's nothing inherently wrong with effort or action, this method reinforces the belief that your goal is somewhere out there, not here yet, still in the future. Energetically, that keeps you locked in a state of not having. And because the quantum field mirrors your dominant vibration with perfect accuracy, it continues to reflect the gap back to you, prolonging the wait, keeping you stuck in the cycle. Quantum manifestation flips that logic completely on its head. Rather than pushing to make your dream real through force or effort, you become the energetic center that attracts the already existing version of it. You're no longer chasing the result like it's something separate from you. You're magnetizing a timeline that's already real in the field of potential, already complete. This quiet but critical shift is what separates years of struggle, frustration, and disappointment from immediate and aligned manifestation. Because in the quantum world, it all comes down to resonance, to frequency. If your dominant energy is "I don't have it yet," the field will respond by delaying your experience, by keeping it just out of reach. But if you vibrate with clarity, joy, and the feeling of already having it, the universe reflects that belief, and the result shows up accordingly, sometimes faster than you ever imagined. This concept is vividly illustrated by the famous observer effect in quantum physics, something scientists have proven again and again in laboratories around the world. Subatomic particles remain as potential waves, as possibilities until they are observed. The act of observation collapses the wave into a definite physical form. You are doing the exact same thing in your life every single day. The moment you embody certainty and alignment, you collapse potential into reality. You, as a conscious observer, are engaging in this precise process every day, whether you're aware of it or not. Your dominant emotional patterns and focused attention are continuously collapsing limitless possibilities into your present lived experience. When you consistently observe from a mindset of lack or absence, you bring into form realities that mirror that very absence. But when you shift into the energy of fulfillment, gratitude, and certainty, the quantum field responds by collapsing outcomes that match that inner state of having, of being complete. This is why those who truly master quantum manifestation often seem to attract effortlessly, like everything just falls into place for them. They're not chasing or forcing outcomes. They're not exhausting themselves trying to make things happen. Instead, they're deeply rooted in the energetic, knowing that what they desire is already part of their reality. It's not mystical or magical in the way we usually think of those words. It's quantum law in motion. Every moment, your personal frequency is determining the outcomes you experience by selecting from the field of infinite potential. What transforms your reality isn't forceful effort or grinding harder, it's alignment. It's coherence between your thoughts, emotions, and inner identity. Let this sink in deeply. Your current life circumstances, every single one of them, are a direct mirror of your dominant internal state. The quantum field isn't emotional, it isn't biased. It doesn't measure whether your goals are noble or shallow, worthy or unworthy. It simply reflects back the frequency you're consistently transmitting. So, if you want to see change in your external world, if you want your circumstances to shift, your job isn't to hustle harder or do more. Your work is to shift your internal frequency to match the version of reality you want to live in, as if it's already here, already real. This is the essence of quantum manifestation, instantly collapsing timelines through inner alignment. Picture it like tuning a radio dial. The frequency, the result you desire, already exists on a specific station, broadcasting clearly. You don't need to invent the broadcast. You don't need to create the signal. You simply dial into that frequency, and once you do, once you lock in, the signal becomes clear, and the music flows effortlessly. It's not creation in the traditional sense. It's calibration. It's tuning in. Understanding this flips the entire manifestation paradigm upside down. It frees you from the trap of believing you must earn your dreams through struggle or endless grind. It releases you from the outdated belief that goals must be pursued with intensity, pressure, and relentless effort. Instead, you step fully into your power, into the ability to align consciously and consistently with your chosen version of reality. Once you embrace this, the shift can happen instantly. It can happen in a single moment of clarity. Still, this concept is often hard to accept at first because it contradicts everything we've been taught since childhood. Society conditions us to believe that reward follows only from intense effort, that you have to work yourself to the bone to deserve anything. But the quantum reality tells a completely different story. Resonance creates results. Alignment, not struggle, is the real key to manifestation. The quantum field doesn't respond to how hard you try or how much you suffer. It responds to your vibrational signature, to the frequency you're emitting in every moment. In the next section, you'll learn exactly how to live this truth, not just understand it mentally or intellectually, but embody it fully in your daily life. You'll discover how to release the cycle of need-based manifestation and step fully into outcome-based alignment. The science supports it. The principles are proven, and you're about to apply them directly in your own life. Ready to experience quantum manifestation in a real practical way? Let's continue and break it down step by step so you can start seeing tangible results right away. No confusion, no forcing, just clarity, simplicity, and aligned action. The process of quantum manifestation can be broken down into 3 simple but deeply transformative steps. Let's walk through each one together, slowly and clearly. Step 1. Define your desired reality as if it's already happening right now. This step is foundational, and it's where most people go completely off track. Why? Because they see their desires as distant possibilities, as things that might happen someday, not as current truths. The key here is absolute clarity. Decide what you want, not as something you're hoping to reach in the future, but as something you're already living in this present moment. Close your eyes and define your desired outcome from the standpoint of it being your current reality. If your intention is financial freedom, don't imagine one day being wealthy. Instead, visualize yourself already immersed in wealth right now. See the details clearly. Feel the inner peace that comes with it, the confidence, the lightness, the ease that comes with already living in that abundance. You're not fantasizing about a possible future or daydreaming about what could be. You're stepping into an energetic truth that already exists in the quantum field. That's the first vital shift. That's where the magic begins. Step 2. Fully embody this chosen reality in your mind, body, and emotions. Now comes the real transformation. This is the point where you move from wanting to being, from hoping to knowing. Replace the thought, I want to be wealthy, with, I am already living in wealth. But more than just saying the words, let your body feel the truth of them. Let it settle into your nervous system. Notice what changes in your body when you say it and truly believe it. Your breath slows. Your shoulders drop. You relax into this new identity. This isn't about faking it or pretending. It's about grounding yourself in the frequency of already having it, of already being it. At this point, something powerful happens. Your brain starts rewiring itself. Neural pathways begin forming around this new identity. Your nervous system shifts into calmness, stability, and trust. You stop sending out signals of need or doubt into the quantum field. Instead, you're broadcasting fulfillment, gratitude, and certainty. Exactly the energetic pattern that the quantum field resonates with and responds to. Try it now. Choose one outcome that matters to you, something real and important. Feel what it's like to already live it. What arises? Joy, peace, relief. Let yourself settle into those feelings. This is how you select your reality, by emotionally embodying it first. The physical world naturally follows. It has to. That's the law. Step 3. Let go and let the quantum field handle the rest. This is the step that challenges most people, but it's also where the real magic begins to unfold. You must release all control. Stop trying to dictate how your desire will arrive. Let go of specific paths, timelines, expectations, and rigid plans. The more open you are to infinite possibilities, the faster the quantum field responds. Remember, the how is not your job. It never was. Your only responsibility is to maintain your alignment, to stay in the frequency. The quantum field, intelligent, creative, and boundless, organizes the rest without any effort from you. It's like planting a seed in the ground. You don't dig it up every single day to check if it's sprouting. You trust the process. You tend the soil, give it light and water, and let nature take its course. Manifestation is no different. When you stop trying to control every single outcome, you make space for miracles, synchronicities, and unexpected breakthroughs. You no longer block the flow with rigid expectations or tight control. Instead, you open the door wide for the universe to deliver in ways far better, far more creative than you ever imagined. This surrender is not weakness, it's power in its purest form. It's faith in motion. You align, you embody, and you allow. It almost seems too simple, doesn't it? But that's the brilliance of quantum manifestation. Its power lies in its clarity and elegance. It doesn't rely on willpower or physical hustle. Instead, it functions through energetic alignment and surrender. When your frequency is rooted in certainty, identity, and trust, you automatically transform limitless potential into tangible experience. In the comments, share one small act you're committing to today, something that anchors you into your new life path. It could be as simple as breathe, or trust, or open. Your word matters. Your act matters because you matter. This isn't just a comment. It's a declaration you're making to the quantum field itself. Here's a simple yet powerful daily practice to help you start today, right now. Every morning, before your feet hit the ground, before you check your phone or think about your to-do list, take a few quiet moments to connect with your chosen reality. Not as a far-off goal, but as something you're already living. Inwardly affirm, I am already living my ideal life. Let your body feel that truth. Envision how your day would unfold if that were genuinely your reality. What choices would you make? How would you move through conversations? What would your energy feel like? Do this for just a few minutes. Then let it go. Fully release the need to control anything. Throughout the day, if doubts creep in, if fear or worry start to surface, simply remind yourself it's already done. Don't force the emotion. Don't try to manufacture feelings. Just reconnect with the energy of knowing and move forward in a calm, grounded expectation that everything is unfolding in perfect harmony. With consistent practice, this state becomes your energetic default. You start reacting less, attracting more, and living in greater alignment. Your external world reorganizes itself to mirror your coherence. Opportunities arise without effort. Relationships blossom naturally. Solutions appear without struggle. Why does this happen? Because you've released the grip of anxiety and stepped into trust. Sounds revolutionary, doesn't it? It should, because it's completely opposite of what most people are taught their entire lives, yet it's supported by quantum science. When you realize that your job isn't to force life to happen, but to tune into the frequency of it already being done, everything changes. Quantum manifestation is not about pushing harder. It's about getting out of your own way and letting higher intelligence lead. And now we're going even deeper. Up next, you'll be introduced to an advanced method known as backcasting. This tool amplifies your alignment with your desired reality and helps you anchor into it effortlessly. It's one of the most transformative techniques for collapsing timelines and accelerating change. Are you ready to unlock this next level? Because here's the truth. That shift you've been waiting for, it's already in motion. It's happening faster than you think. Reflect for a moment. Can you remember a time when something incredible showed up in your life, but only after you stopped trying so hard to control it? Maybe it was an unexpected connection that changed everything. A job that arrived when you'd nearly given up looking. A creative breakthrough that came the moment you stopped stressing about it. At the time, maybe you called it luck, a fluke, or divine timing. But what if none of it was random? What if those moments were direct responses from the quantum field, matching the frequency of your surrender? That's the moment of reversal, where effort gives way to energy, where chasing is replaced by receiving, where doing less actually unlocks more. Even if you haven't known how to explain it until now, chances are you've already felt this principle in your own life at some point. And now you're about to learn how to harness it intentionally, consciously, every single day. Every time you truly let go, and I mean fully release attachment to the outcome, and life suddenly starts aligning effortlessly. What you're witnessing is quantum manifestation in its most potent form. You stopped swimming upstream, fighting the current, and allowed the flow to carry you. The quantum field doesn't react to force, it attunes to frequency. It doesn't bend to demands. It responds to energetic harmony. Most people operate under the deeply ingrained belief that more effort equals better results. But ironically, the most extraordinary transformations occur not through striving, but through surrender, relaxation, and energetic alignment. When your nervous system believes it's already done, your external world begins reshaping itself to reflect that state. This isn't magic, this is resonance in action, this is physics. And here's the truly powerful part. You're not waiting anymore. You're not treating this information as theory or something to try later. You're embodying it right now. Your nervous system is absorbing the shift. Your frequency is recalibrating. The quantum field is already responding because you made a conscious choice to see things differently. You stopped pushing and started aligning. That's not just a decision. That's a shift in vibration. That's a quantum leap. So let's anchor that shift right now in this moment. In the comments, drop one thing that you want to manifest, something that's most important for you right now. Maybe it's money, maybe it's a happy relationship, maybe it's a healthy and fit body, maybe it's something uniquely yours. Let this be a small but profound declaration, a signal to the universe you send not just in this space, but in the quantum field itself. When you type it and hit send, you're broadcasting a powerful frequency into the field that says, I am aligned, I'm ready, I already am. This single act carries immense power, not because of the words themselves, but because of the energy behind them. It comes from embodiment, not lack, from inner certainty, not longing. Let this truth guide you. The universe doesn't respond to your striving. It responds to your signal. And every coherent action, whether it's a word, a breath, a feeling, sends waves through the quantum fabric far beyond what you can perceive with your physical senses. In the next part, we'll go even further into one of the most overlooked yet radically effective methods of manifestation, backcasting. This isn't some trick or gimmick. It's a real quantum strategy, a timeline accelerator that can collapse years of struggle into a single aligned moment. If you've ever asked yourself why some people seem to manifest effortlessly while others keep struggling no matter what they do, the answer often lies in this one principle: stay close. What's coming next might just be the final puzzle piece you've been missing all along. You didn't stumble onto this message by accident. You weren't randomly scrolling and happened to land here. You were guided here, not by chance, but by resonance. A frequency match between where you are right now and who you're ready to become. Because deep within you, you already know manifestation isn't about pushing harder, it's about aligning deeper. True manifestation begins when you stop chasing and start being the version of you that already has what you desire. This isn't theory. This is an energetic reconfiguration happening in real time. And the instant you flip the script, when you stop desiring and start embodying, everything changes. The universe stops delaying and starts collapsing timelines into your present. You're no longer requesting change. You're activating it. The field doesn't respond to pressure. It doesn't care about urgency. It responds to internal coherence. to the clarity of your signal. Now, you've seen just how simple and profound this really is. The more deeply you embody the version of yourself that already lives your dream reality, the faster that reality crystallizes around you. That's the essence of real spiritual work, not doing more, but being more aligned. And if something deep within you felt this message, truly felt it in your body, in your heart, I have something to support your journey. Make sure you share this video with your loved ones. Remember, you are not just sharing. You are spreading a frequency of alignment, a frequency of possibility. You're giving someone the gift of understanding their own power. And that positive energy, that act of generosity, will come back to you multiplied. For you, it may be just sharing, but for someone in need, it may be the ray of hope they needed today, the breakthrough they've been waiting for. I created an ebook called Awaken Your Quantum Power, crafted especially for those who are done trying and are ready to become. You'll find the link in the comments below. And always remember, the field doesn't reflect your effort, it reflects your energy. The universe isn't holding back because you haven't done enough. It's waiting for you to tune in. Your ideal future isn't somewhere far away. It already exists, and now you've just accessed the frequency. Before you go, I want to leave you with something powerful. In the next video, we're diving into backcasting, the advanced quantum technique that lets you collapse timelines instantly. You'll learn how to work backward from your desired outcome and pull it into your present reality faster than you ever thought possible. If this video shifted something in you, the next one will take you even further. Click through and continue this journey with me. See you in the next video. Until then, stay calm, stay magnetic, stay in alignment, because your future is already here.